Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. I hope all of you must be very good beta. Since past 2-3 days, I am still getting few doubts from the students regarding June 20 examinations and about its postponement and other issues. I think maybe due to the fear of exams, your mind is still doubtful regarding all these issues. So today, I am here to share the glimpse of certain elements from the speech of our Honorable President Sir, ICMAI. According to Sir, there are 3 key elements to success which are like this. He said, for examinations, you need to be confident enough. And the confidence should not be to pass in the exams. No, that is not in your hands. They are actually in the hands of examiner. But you should have the confidence to appear in the exam. And to appear in the exam, the confidence is all about in your hands only, for which you need to have a regular study planner. It means if you have actually applied for June 20, you should be appearing for the same with the regularity in your studies. And to be regular in your studies, you have to have a proper planner, for which it is said that a student must be regular in their studies. And by being regular means they have to have daily studies. That means, as per Sir, he said a student studying each day even for few minutes is better than the student studying for long hours only for few days. That means it shouldn't be like during a month tenure. Right now your exams are almost 40 days ahead. So right now if any student studying for 3 hours, 2 hours or even for 1 hour per day, not missing even a single day for his studies, is better than the student who has studied for long hours before lockdown and wasting his time during this lockdown period. Rather, I think this lockdown period can be taken as a blessing in disguise. You have nothing to do other than your studies. So this is the best time you can plan out your planner. You can plan out your daily strategies wherein you will be studying at least for particular few hours per day. You shouldn't be skipping your studies not even for a single day. That is the mool mantra for your success and to gain confidence to appear in your exams. And to have this kind of planner, you have to create strategies for the same through hard work. So this is the third key element which Sir said, that for being a hard work person, you have to create smart strategies. And for this, how can you create smart strategies? For these things also Sir has suggested certain mantras for the same. He said for creating certain smart strategies, you need to work upon time. It means few students might asking him that how many long hours we need to study for the exams. So he said there is no fixed time of number of hours you need to spend for your studies. The only thing you need to work upon is to utilize optimally the timing you are available with. That means whatever time you are available with, be if you are working and you are working from home, or your family might be asking for your support during this lockdown period. So whatever time you are giving for official or your personal work, other than that, whatever time you are left with, plan it out in such a way that you can make optimum utilization of that time according to the proper sources available for your studies. That means number of hours to be spent on studies are irrelevant. Just plan your studies by making optimum utilization of your available time. And don't compare yourself with any other person. Your friend might be saying that, oh, I have done this much, I have done that much. And you might be thinking, oh, I haven't even done even 20% of what others have done. Don't compare yourself. Please, please, please. It could be possible that what other person is understanding in 4 hours, you might be gaining it within half an hour. So stop comparing yourself with any other person. Just make optimum utilization of your own available time. And for this, you have to create a regular pattern for yourself by having a daily planner, or what we call it as countdown. Just create a 40 days countdown for yourself wherein you will be putting down those topics which you are difficult all about. That means the topic in which we are facing more difficulties, you should be giving more time to that as compared to the topics which you are comfortable with. So create a 40 days planner. Trust me, 40 days are more than sufficient to clear at least single group. And for those who are going to appear for both the groups, they might have started earlier. So still you have sufficient time to revise all the subjects in a one go. Don't worry about it. Just have faith in yourself and the institute. And how institute is going to help you out in this time is through the sources which they are providing for your studies. That means while making your daily planner, you need to work upon only institute available sources right now. That is, the primary basis for your next 40 days countdown should be institute study material. Right now, need not to go for any other material other than the study material provided by institute. That is the basic source of all the question papers for all the examinations. So take it on a very serious note, the study material which you are available with and the amendments and suggestions available online will be of great help for you. Other than study material, if you feel like studying, then go for the past trends. That is the key element for your success. That means past trends are going to help you out to determine the weightage and the relevant topics for your study. It means along with clearing all the questions given in the study material, you also need to look into the past trends of the institute by looking into 10 years past question papers and other relevant material of institute such as MTPs, RTPs, revisional test papers, PTPs, practice test papers, workbooks, etc. available on the site of the institute. So, 3 elements you need to or 3 sources you need to consider right now for your studies. They should be institute study material first, secondly past year question papers, thirdly suggested RTPs. Along with preparing daily planner for your countdown scheme, you also need to work out on certain aspects how to appear in the exams. Like what sir said, कि generally students write down different answers of different questions on single sheet, which might not be visible to the examiner, because generally what happened when question paper is being handed over to the invigilators and examiners, your roll number gets hidden up, due to which the margin of the answer sheet gets hidden up. So even though you are writing different parts on the same page, it might not be counted thereupon. So what sir recommended, to always start fresh answer from the fresh page instead of taking all the answers on the single page. So 2 aspects you need to work upon, firstly from where to study of, and secondly how to appear in the exams. Then further what sir said, that we also need to think about other aspects what students are suffering from all about. As per him, for June 20 students, all the training programs have been exempted. All the training programs for June 20 has been exempted, be it regarding to your industrial training, computer training, IOTPs, communication skills training, everything and anything. So even if a part of your training has been completed, still no documentation is demanded by the institute. Further, the physical classes is the biggest challenge for the students as per the questionnaire sent to sir. He said many students are asking the question that 45 days lockdown has been increased, so can we postpone the exams by 45 days so that during that period students can take up their physical classes either from the institute or from their private classes. So for this, the reply given by sir was perfect at that time. Even though lockdown will get open, still we are not aware about the norms of social distancing. And according to the current scenario, even our parents, your parents or your faculties won't be taking up the physical classes as of now because of the social distancing normal norms. So by keeping this thing in mind, physical classes of no use. Right now all the classes are available on online mode, be it on institute site or private coaching center site. Most of the classes are available on YouTube and other modes. So try to grab maximum knowledge from these sources instead of looking forward and waiting for the uncertain period of lockdown. We are still not aware what will be the situation post 3rd May. So it's better not to wait as of now. The current only option is to study. The only dharma of student is to study, study and study. So don't think about anything else other than the options available to you during this tough time. And finally, regarding the postponement of exams, sir has straightly said no about the postponement date, that the exams are going to held between 11th June to 18th of June. Although he has given the ray of hope by telling 3 aspects. He said that right now as a student, the study is the only responsibility of the students. Students should not be aware of any other decision related to exams postponement and all the other aspects. Leave all the decisions of administration on the institute along with government. The institute guidelines are directly connected and dependent upon the government regulations, and right now government guidelines regarding 3 aspects are the major element for determining the examination status for any institute, be it Chartered Accountant Institute, Cost Accountant Institute or Company Secretary Institute. The 3 guidelines which sir has referred to about the government is norms for social distancing. Right now we are still not aware when this lockdown period will get open. So period of lockdown is uncertain, and even though lockdown will get open, we are still not aware what will be the social distancing norms for general public. How many people can collect and gather at a particular point of time? There is no certainty regarding this aspect. And thirdly, the status of modes of transportation, mainly railways and airways. Airways and railways, if they are not going to start up, how will the student can reach to their destination point of examination? This is also a biggest challenge right now. So right now, institute guidelines are thoroughly dependent upon 3 main guidelines to be issued by government regarding lockdown period opening, firstly, secondly, social distancing norms, and thirdly, mode of transportation status, when it is going to open. No idea as of now. So unless until we are not getting clearance from the government regarding these 3 elements, even institute will not be able to issue notification regarding the same. So as of now, depending upon these 3 norms, the institute guidelines and notifications will be issuing from time to time. Just have faith and trust upon the institute regarding the same and do your studies very well. Okay? Then the last element, he talks about the frequently asked questions from the students regarding certain aspects. Firstly, if someone has applied for single group and wants to move to both the groups because of ample of timing availability to them, then they can do so. Although online this facility is not available because of the system structure. A system cannot accept second application, duplicate application from the same registered person, but you can apply for the same by mailing it till 30th April. So you can mail regarding the same change of from single group to both group. On mail you can do so by 30th April, and subsequently further steps will be intimated to you regarding the same. Second question which is coming thereupon is about the question paper, whether question paper is going to be easy. Again, it's a question of fact. Question paper is not in the hand of a particular person. For this, an empanelment body has been created who creates this question paper on the regular basis. Likewise, it used to happen for the past attempts also. So as of now, for one student, a paper could be difficult and the same question paper can be easier for the other person. It's thoroughly dependent upon your preparation, for which you need to have the proper sources. Mainly question paper is based upon the sources of institute, which sir already mentioned regarding institute study material, past question papers, MTPs, RTPs, suggested PTPs, etc. So just do your studies based on these sources. Then nextly, it talks about whether they are going to reduction in the passing percentage and all. Again, it is irrelevant for these students who are working hard through their smart strategies. And then nextly, will there be any revaluation results delayed? Yes, there was a delay in the revaluation results because of this lockdown scenario. So all these students who have paid for the same, accordingly actions will be taken for them. Just appear for the attempt right now, and subsequently whatever changes or whatever modifications of fees refund will happen, you will be intimated regarding the same. Then further, few students talked about the delay in the university exams. In many universities, the exams has been postponed, due to which the students who are going to apply for intermediate application after their graduation completion, they have a question of doubt how they can appear for the same or how they can apply for the same. So it's very clear, institute have a provision of making registration on provisional basis. So even those students who have been appearing for their final year graduation exams, they can apply for CMA intermediate through provisional basis. They need not to submit their final year status, rather they can apply on provisional basis and subsequently after appearing for their final exams submit their relevant documents to the institute. And the last question was for the exemption to the students from special areas. Yes, institute has exempted students from Jammu and Kashmir and northeastern states. That is, for the students of Jammu and Kashmir, for first 200 students, 100% of the fees shall be waived off, and for the rest of the students 50% fees shall be waived off for the admission to foundation and intermediate. However, in case of northeastern states, there all the students shall claim 75% of the waiver in their foundation and intermediate fees, so as to promote maximum number of registrations and admissions from these states. Okay, and then it talked about the appeal to students, where first thing said to the student was to study hard and utilize this time to best of your capabilities, and stay away from the negative social media. You might find certain FB posts which might influence you negatively, so just try to stay away from them and not to get influenced by them, especially at this time of crisis. Stay away from this negative media and be positive, grow positive. All the very best to your exam, all the very best to your preparations, all the very best to all the things. God bless you all. Bye bye.